The Southern Philippines Medical Center Institute of Psychiatry and Behavioral Medicine, or SPMC Ipbm, stands from the year 1918 to present. Just like any other legacy, SPMC Ipbm came from humble beginnings, starting off as the health unit for Sakada workers in the year 1918. In 1919, it was called the Davao Public Hospital and later evolved into becoming the Davao General Hospital, or DGH. In 1957, through the Republic Act No. 1859, DGH was converted to the Davao Regional Medical and Training Center, DRMTC. In 1982, DRMTC was renamed as Davao Medical Center, or DMC, which later became known as the Southern Philippines Medical Center, or SPMC, since 2009. In 1986, Dr. Alfredo Benzon, the Secretary of the Department of Health, appropriated a special trust fund for the rehabilitation of the Davao Mental Hospital. Davao Mental Hospital was placed under the administrative care of the then Davao Medical Center. The prime movers who initiated its rehabilitation were Dr. Asuncion Paraan and Dr. Lorene Conanan. While DMH functioned as a separate hospital, the administrative personnel were under Davao Medical Center and identified as DMC Department of Psychiatry. During the first 3 to 5 years, a transition process occurred as the resident physicians of the institution shifted from non-training to training status. SPMC Ipbm's residency training program was accredited by the Philippine Board of Psychiatry in the year 1994, priding itself as the first residency training program in psychiatry outside of Metro Manila to gain accreditation.
The outpatient services of the department are conducted within the hospital premises. Areas are provided for the following: interview rooms for the resident physicians and clinical interns and clerks on rotation, patients waiting area, treatment area for nursing personnel, social services, psychological service, pharmacy, record, and billing service. In the Crisis Intervention Unit, CIU, all new admissions and readmissions are coursed through this unit. They are admitted without relatives who are required to fetch their patients once ready for discharge. The admissions are also isolated and swabbed to ensure safety prior to placing in the general ward of the CIU. A total of maximum stay of 14 days is allowed. Acute ward. Here, the patients who are not showing any improvement at CIU and for those who need further diagnostic workup or therapeutic intervention are transferred to this ward. A maximum stay of 8 weeks is allowed. Chronic wards. For patients who are still not improving at the acute ward, patients who cannot be sent home despite of an improvement, and patients who are institutionalized are placed in this ward. Patients with medical surgical problems who need further evaluation or management are seen as the main hospital unit of SPMC. They are either sent back with instructions or follow-up or admitted to the respective clinical departments as they see fit. As of September 2021, SPMC Ipbm is a 300-bed capacity institution with the following allocation: 50 beds for the Crisis Intervention Unit, 100 beds for the female ward, 150 beds for the male ward, and by 2022, the proposed 2-story emergency room crisis intervention unit will begin its construction. The occupational therapy section is actively involved in the structured activities of the male and female wards and has several ongoing livelihood projects in which the patients are involved. With the proliferation of nursing schools currently rotating for psychiatric nursing, activities which complement those of the OT service are engaged in. The social service is actively involved in discharge planning, home visitations, and home conduction. An ambulance is available for exclusive use of the department and is used for these purposes. SPMC has laboratory facilities for routine and blood chemistry examinations. Public health aspects of laboratory like water analysis, food and drug analysis, and special laboratory exams like hepatitis and HIV testing, culture of acid-fast bacilli, and mercury and cholinesterase level determination are available. Histopathology and biopsy examinations are also done. There is an X-ray and cobalt therapy unit. Ultrasound facilities have also been made available. Lithium determination is available SPMC Ipbm laboratory and in private laboratories within the vicinity of the compound. CT scan machines and MRI are available at the main building of SPMC. Consultants in the departments trained in neurology reads the EEG. An ECT machine is newly purchased with built-in ECG and EEG. SPMC has an industrial laboratory that is accredited to do drug testing for substances like methamphetamine and cannabinoid. Accreditation teams have granted the following accreditations to the program thus far. During the first 3 to 5 years, there was a transition of the residents from non-training to training status. Their training needs and requirements took into consideration their previous years of experience and service. Concomitantly, there was a fast pace of development as well as in the field of neurosciences. Updates on biological psychiatry, its related fields, and the newer areas of the study related to behavioral disorders were continually visited. as it was establishing the basic elements of a competent and relevant program. Besides the clinical work with patients, the department organizes teams in stress management, both in the workplace and in the community setting. The residents in training are actively involved in these endeavors. They have been actively participating in disaster management. Mental health and psychosocial support was done during several disasters: 2 airplane crashes, flood, bombings, the previous Mindanao massacre, victims of Typhoon Sendong and Yolanda, and the recent Rojas bombing and Marawi siege, earthquake in Magsaysay in 2019, and during the ongoing pandemic. Residents participate in the outreach program and visit courts and jails to facilitate mental health needs and assessments of this population. All these have helped to advocate for mental health and provide residents with a more realistic view of mental health situation in Mindanao. Since Ipbm is the biggest government psychiatric facility in Mindanao, it caters to the psychiatric training needs of the medical interns and clerks and nursing students from 31 nursing schools in Mindanao. This has presented itself with the opportunity for residents in training to teach students. Family medicine's rotators enhance their own training with the opportunity to work closely with peers on both medical and psychiatric cases.